In this chapter, I will first start with a remaining part on linear equation. The one part which is left, that is a, rather we could call it a linear inequation, not equation exactly. Then followed by, I will go into the quadratic equation, and there are different kind of problem and solve. So this is the term linear inequation. The term itself can explain the thing that I am going to say. Inequation means not equation. Yesterday in the last video I given a hint, when two expressions are related with a sign of equal on the both sides. There is a function of something, some variable, let's say x, f1x, and there is a function f2x. If these two expressions are related with a equal sign, then it comes as equation. If in case these are not bounded with any such of equal, rather than any term less than, equal, and less than or greater than or equal in combination, then this is a inequation. Okay, so this kind of problem, what is the difference is that these are having a specific solution. As I was saying earlier, specific solution, that means if it is a order of 1, then I will get one solution. Order of 2, I will get two solution, two real solution probably. If it is not turned into a imaginary solution, but at least I will get two solution, which can be real or unreal. That is depends on the condition of the, but this has only that much multiple, that much number of solution, which that the expression is of which power or which order. If it is a one order, this is one, two order. But in this case, even if it is a one order, there may be a set of values which will satisfy this relation. Okay, it is not, may not be a one solution. It could be a set of solution or range of solution for which this condition will satisfy. So this kind of relation is called the linear inequation. So we'll move on to the solution regarding that. So I will just explain some of the problems so that you can understand it better. So the first solution comes, this is 4 z plus 2 minus 1 greater than 5 minus 7 4 minus z. So this is a inequation you can understand, because this is those two expression on the of either side, this is left hand side and right hand side, not related with an equal sign. Okay, rather than a greater than sign. Okay, so if I, but the other things, the way of processing or way of calculating this will follow as we are doing expression with the equal sign on the other side. If there is two expression on the other side, the wherever way we are solving the equal sign will follow the same rule in that also. Because why I am saying, if I take any term on that side or from there to there, it will change its sign. If I divide with anything on the both side, it won't change its thing. Only thing is, if I take the reciprocal, then only the sign will change, because a if greater than b, then 1 by a, it must be 1 by b. So this is not applying in equal sign, because if a is equal to b, then 1 by a is equal to 1 by b. Whereas in inequation, this changes. So we have to keep in mind where it should change, where it is not. So if you practice more, if you can understand, or there may be some specific rule if that I can tell, but then that case you will not use your own brain, because why I'm saying it is very natural. If it is 2 greater than 1, or let's say 3 greater than 2, that we know numerically, so 1 by 3 is less than 1 by 2, that you know also. So this is the way when it is go back, it will be true for any natural number. Okay, so you need not to get a formula always to use it, rather you use your own brain, so that it will keep a long impression on your head, and you never will forget or will do always the right. So let me move on. Okay, now 8 minus 4z plus 7 greater than 5 minus 28, that means if I keep 7z at first place, this will be 23. Now I will bring 7z this side, it will be like that, or minus 3z greater than minus 30. Now I can say minus z greater than minus 10. Up to this is okay. Now again there is this situation arises where you have to take decision what is z actually. Now minus 2 must be greater than minus 3. Okay, in the number line, if you say this 0, anything going this side will be less. So minus 1 first come, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So minus 3 is lesser than minus 2. But if it is 2 and 3, if I have to compare, then it is definitely less than, because it is coming on the positive side of the number line, and that case 2 is lesser. So we can say that if minus sign changes, the sign will also reverse. So in that case also you can say that means z is less than 10. Okay, so now z is less than 10, and so z is less than 10, but no other condition is being said here. So z can we take is as a representation of the what z tells, it is an integer. Okay, we represent z as integer because that is the symbolic for, but here you should not take, because other problem is not saying size. So if z is less than 10, so that can be any value less than, if z is any kind of number, whether it is positive integer, negative integer, whole number, natural number, but if it is less than 0, so this will tell some range. So any value less than 10 would be the solution for this. So that means below 10, and it is not said that z is not a fraction, so you can take also the fraction. So this is the solution where you can say this expression, this inequation is true for z less than equal to. This will be the answer for it, because there is no limiting value is given, so only this expression is given, and you have to you have been told to solve this equation. So this is your ultimate answer. Okay, so moving to the next one. Number 2, it said half of 3 plus 4t less than equal to 6 1 by 3 minus t by 2 minus half of 1/4 of 2 plus 10t. So you have to solve this problem. So nothing very serious in that. Only thing is you have to go on removing the bracket first, so you automatically able to know where to move and what to move. So if I do it, it will be more simpler for you to solve further. So that is 5 by 2t. Now you know that all variable must be on one side. So with that rule, I have to bring all the variables, that means variable which is having t in the term, and the remaining I will move to the other side. So minus 3 by 2, no other things are here. So if I say it is 5t plus 5 by 2t, that means 15 by 2t less than equal to, and this will become 0. Okay, or t, so if something, any constant into variable is less than equal to 0, so the same, if I do the same operation, if I do on the both side, multiply 2 by 15, it will not change, so it will be t less than equal to 0. So this will be your solution. So t must be such value which must be either is equal to 0 or any value on the negative side will satisfy this expression. So this is the inequation. I will take more because there are different kind of problem which need some understanding. So I will show all kind of such problem. Okay, moving to the next problem. It says number 3, minus 1 less than 4x plus 2 less than 10. So now here you can see there are two relations of a variable term. Earlier we used to have a one relation between, there are two expression on left and right. Now here it is a boundary being given. What is the boundary? This expression is in between the value of minus 1 to 10 in the scale. So 0 will be there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10. So this is greater than, so that means it will not equal to minus 1 or not equal to 10, in between any value. So this could be fraction also, because x is not said to be an integer, so it can be any value in between, but it will not touch the either boundary. So how can I solve it? So to solve it, I will do same operation with all the boundary conditions. So now I have to free this from all other constant and coefficients. So my target would be such. So I have to bring it in the form of x. Then I will see what is the boundary. That will be my answer. So if it is plus 2, so to eliminate that, I have to add minus 2 everywhere. So then it will be free of 2. Okay. So this will be 10 minus 2. So all operation has to be of similar kind. So then there will be no change in the condition. So minus 3. Now later I have to divide with 4. Then also nothing will change. 8 by 4. So ultimately x lies between minus 3 by 4 less than 2. So now see, the x lies between some value. If it is 0, if it is minus 1, so something 3/4 means 0.75. Here on the minus side it is 0 and 2, 1, 2. 2 on the other side. This will be the boundary. This will be our boundary in between any value. It will not touch, not equal to 0.75 minus or not equal to 2. So leaving this two absolute value, this could be anything in between. Okay. So there I will show some other kind of problem. 0 less than x less than 3. Now this is a kind of problem which is something different from the earlier. If it is the range of x, determine A and B, where I will come to that. What is A and B? A and B for the inequality, the inequality is A lesser than 4x plus 1 less than B. Now x is a variable whose terminal condition is given. X could be equal to 0, equal to or greater than 0, but less than 1, less than 3. So 3. It will or not touch, it will be nearer to a 3 but not equal to 3. Okay. So this is the condition. Now I will solve it. So I will do the same thing as I had done in the earlier sum. I will do the same operation with that. By 4 less than equal to x. So as per this, again I am getting some condition which is lies in between. Now x I know this is a definite condition. So this is nothing but 0 you can say, because you can see you can compare this values. So this, if it is good, this is also good. So you can say the terminal condition must be, this would be 0. So a is equal to 1 here, and this also to be to match with the terminal condition 3. So get b is equal to 7. So this will be the value for a and b. Okay. So here it ends the linear equation. I will start problem on a quadratic equation with a different kind. So first I will start with okay. So let me start quadratic equation problem. Okay. There may be possibilities, then I can go with the higher orders together, but before that I will do the first order, that is linear equation, the second order quadratic equation. Then after I will try to move on to more orders to make you understand, because those kind of order will be associated with the factorization of any expression. So that will come in that part. So in the polynomial, only factorization, how to do the factorization, what is the probable attempts or probable way of doing factorization, that all I will show. So this is quadratic equation. This is a part of a equation I am just continuing. So linear is completed, now quadratic. So first problem it says, is basic things are, you have to do factorization of such equation. When I am moving to the quadratic equation, as I have explained in my classes, so that quadratic equation of, that means probably the order is 2, not the probably, definitely the order is 2 for quadratic equation. This could have specific few figures are there which are having a specific quadratic equation, just like if it is a circle, then x square plus y square is equal to a square, where a is the radius of that. Then x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, that is a ellipse. X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1, that is equal to a parabola. And y square is equal to 4ax or x square is equal to 4ay. Those are kind of a parabola. This is hyperbola, sorry, this is hyperbola, this is ellipse, this is circle. This is some specific kind of quadratic equation we may will learn in higher studies, but for understanding or familiarization I am just writing here, where a is the radius of the circle, a and b the major and minor. Ellipse is basically like this, there is a major axis and minor axis. Same with the hyperbola. Hyperbola basically two half curve you can say. There is a major axis and minor axis. Okay, so this is the major axis and these are the minor axis you can say. And for parabola this is somewhat like that, which has a, this is the you can say the vertex of that, and this is your distance from up to the vertex from the center. Okay, this is a and this is 2a basically. So a you can say the distance of the focal distance, you basically you can say this is the focal point, this is the distance from the origin to the focal point. So these are the some standard equation that you may learn in your first study. So I am leaving this right now. So consider on a generic kind of quadratic equation. Now your task is to find the factor of this. For factor means for what value of the variable u, here you can see the only one variable. Okay, there is no two variable coming. So for what value of u this expression will satisfy, which will be 0. For there must be two values u1 and u2 if I take. So there must be two values. For two values this expression will be 0. Let's say this is a and this is b, both are true. So if I put a, this will become also 0. If I put b, that will also be 0. So there are two solutions for a quadratic equation. The first understanding is that wherever there is a quadratic equation, you will definitely find two solutions. Okay, so let me do the solution for you. So how do you do that? One process already I have taught you, that is process A. If I say that is the state where you can get comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where your roots are minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now if we follow this and compare the standard equation with this, then you can understand, then b is equal to whatever the coefficient with the single order of the variable. This is a is the coefficient of the second order of the variable and c is the constant. So if you compare this, minus b is equal to minus into minus plus 5 here, plus minus root over of b square means whatever will the sign, it will become 25, minus 4ac. A means 14, a means 1, c means minus 14, that is equal to minus 14, minus again, so plus 4 into 14, that means 56 here, and divide by 2a is 2 into 1. So 5 plus minus, here it will be how much? 181, so 2. So that means ultimately plus minus 81 means 9 by 2. If I take plus, so 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. 9 plus 14 by 2 is equal to 7, and other answer will be, if I take minus 9 plus 5 minus 2 by 2 is equal to minus 2. So you can see the two values are 7 and 2. If I put the values respectively 7, you will get 0. If you put minus 2 also, you will get 0. So this is the process A. And another process where directly I can factorize the thing, so that you have to practice home, because every time this way you will not able to, because there may be possibilities that the calculation may go high and you will lost yourself during calculation. So better you have to learn what you have to do. You have to multiply this coefficient, that means 1 into minus 14. So this will become minus 14. So now minus 14, or rather 14, has to be divided into such a way that you will get by adding or subtracting between the factors. So 14 can be brought by 14 into 1, 7 into 2, any other things can come? No. So if I try this 14 into 1, I will never reach 5 by adding or subtracting. Rather, if I subtract 2 from 7, I will get 5. So there is a chance if I put it like that. So this is your concept of doing this. So u square minus, this can be written as 7 minus 2 4 into u. I am just writing this in bracket. Okay, and other thing will be remain as it is. So again I am breaking into, I am just removing the bracket. What I will get, 7u plus 2u minus 14 is equal to 0. Now you have to take u common from, so you have to concentrate between the first two terms. So if you take u common, it will remain with u inside bracket minus from the first term. I am taking u, so this is u square, so 1 u will remain, minus, if I take u common here, 7 will remain, so I will close the bracket. From third and last term, I will take 2. My intention has to be match this factor from these two terms by taking anything common. So here if I take 2 common, it will remain as u minus 7. So that will match the equation. So this is my intention, to get same factor inside bracket for pair of terms. Okay, so now if I take this common this time, from out of this two terms, this is one term, now this is with combination, this is second term. So out of this u minus 7 gets common, so it will remain u from the first term and 2 from the second term is equal to 0. Now if you see two factors multiplied, if I get 0, then this condition, you can say the condition which will satisfy this position, either of this equal to 0, so that means this could be 0, then 0 multiply something will be 0, or both can be 0, because 0 into 0 also 0, 0 into something equal to 0, 0 into 0 also equal to 0. So either of this term may be 0 or both can be 0. So if I take u minus 7 is equal to 0, so u is equal to 7 is one solution. Now u plus 2 is equal to 0 also possible, so u is equal to minus 2. So from there you can see both the solutions are matching with the previous solution that I have shown from the direct method. Okay, so both the things you have to practice. You cannot neglect anything for other, so you have to practice both the things, and both the things you have to keep in mind, because somewhere it will be necessary to solve the question easier way and faster way. So both the things parallelly you have to practice. Okay, moving to the next problem on quadratic. This is somewhat similar kind, then I will move to the other kind. Z square minus 16z plus 61 equal to 2z minus 20. Now only thing you have to array the equation, is nothing else. So z square, every thing will come in this side, so this will be 18z, because this will come as minus, and minus 16 is there, minus 2 18, 61 plus, so that will be 81. Now the same thing you have to try here. Now what is that? 1 into 81, 81, so 81 can be factorized into 81 into 1, 9 into 9, and anything else, 3 into 27, anything else? Yes, because that has to be divided into two factors, multiplying to give you 81. So any other thing is not possible. 18 not possible. So these are the, now out of this, which can be possible? 9 plus 9, when two factors are same, and that is obtained by adding these two, so definitely it is a, or you can say directly, if two factors which will satisfy some equation, then definitely it is a perfect square. How? Z into 9 plus 9 square. That means a square minus 2ab plus b square. So by this also you can directly come to conclusion this is a perfect square. One need not to do further factorization, rather you can say equal to 0. So there one only solution is possible, that is equal to z is equal to 9, because both the factors are same. Z is equal to 9 is the solution. So this is the same kind. Okay, so more you practice at home, you will get more confident and get mastery on the subject. So I'll move to kind which is a bit different, but not that much, because it seems to be in higher order, but at the end you can solve it by method of quadratic equation. Now you see this equation seems to be a higher polynomial having maximum order of 4, but how will you do that? If I take x square common out of this, so it will remain as a simplified form. So you can say for this equation these are two factors. So anything, because this is x square means both the factors is same, x and x. So either this equal to 0 or this equal to, or both can be 0, because ultimate result is 2. So x is equal to 0 is one of the solution. Now from here you cannot directly reach to any other two solution, because it is a quadratic equation. You cannot reach to a two more solution that you will get from here. So I would say is also equal to 0. So first solution you got already. The second and third solution you will get from here. So how will you get that? 3 here, 3 into 1 3. So you have to get it like that. So if you go on practicing, you need not to worry much, or you directly can write this form and it will be very easy and fast for you. So x minus 3, 1, x minus 3 equal to 0. So ultimately I will get x minus 3 into x plus 1. So these are the two more factors along with x is equal to 2. So from here you will get x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 1. So there are three solutions: minus 1, 0 and 3 for this expression. Okay. Now tell me, what about this if it is written like t to the power 5 is equal to 9t cube. Now generally people may start when they are not so much matured in this kind, they may cancel t cube on both sides, and they can simplify t square is equal to 9. Okay, now it will turn into a very easy solution. But wherever I cancel the equal term on both sides, the condition has to be that t must not be equal to 0. Then only you can cancel the term on both sides if it is of same order. But here nothing such thing has been said. Generally in any math we go on cancelling this, but you remind that in exam or competitive exam, if you don't write that t not equal to 0 and if you cancel it, your math will be wrong at first step. Okay, so you can only cancel t on both sides if t is not equal to 0, but you cannot say for this case t is not equal to 0. How? Because if I bring this in one side, it will be an equation of order 5. So from there if I take t cube common, so it will convert into two factors together gives 0. So as per the rule, if two factors together gives 0, so either of this equal to 0 or both has to be 0. Okay, so if t is equal to 0, now you can see if t cube is equal to 0, t also to be 0. Say this is one of the solution for this case. So you cannot say that directly and cancel it and say t not equal to 0. Here t is equal to 0. Now other two is t is equal to plus and minus 3. How can I reach there? Because you remember, whenever you do square root of anything, you must bring plus minus sign. If it is specifically not told that you concentrate on the positive or negative sign, you have to bring this like bring the value like this. You have to always say plus and minus of the value. So t will be plus and minus, because plus 3 whole square will give you 9, minus 3 whole square will also give you 9. So whenever you do square root of 9, that possible that plus and minus are both are possible. So you have to write. So there are three solutions for this case, minus 3 and plus 3. Okay. So this is for now. In the next video, I will bring more kind of quadratic equation for you, and I will show you the solution. Thank you.